Welcome back to the channel. It's my first time doing one for crypto and I'm very excited. This is a channel where we talk about what's going on in the market so that you can use it to your benefit so that you are informed. Let's start over here by talking about where we're currently sitting in the market. Currently right now we have a market cap of $2.7 trillion. There's been a lot of trading in the last little while here. Let's dive into it. A lot of people are talking about the market's going to crash. It's going to go down to 60,000 per Bitcoin. Do we know whether it's going to do that? No, we have no idea. Is it possible? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think we're going to go down and see 60,000. Not this time. Let's go over here and look where we're sitting on the crypto alt season. Right now, we're 16 out of 100 that are above where Bitcoin is sitting. We really need to see Ethereum hit around 4,000 for us to actually be in our cycle where we're going to start to be concerned, in my opinion. If you look at ZSS Becker, he's a big crypto guy. If you haven't watched him, I highly recommend you watching his stuff. He's very intelligent. He does a great job presenting his information. I'm a finance guy myself. So as I watch him, yeah, he's a little flashy and crazy and he does all this stuff to make it funny, but he's very, very sharp. So if you get a chance to watch his stuff, I would highly recommend it. Looking over here, like I said, we're 16 out of 100. So we're pretty low on the Bitcoin season, pretty low on the altcoin season, pretty heavy in the Bitcoin season. And we're going to need to see a lot of things change in order for us to go into altcoin season, which is what most of us benefit from. What is happening in the market right now? Why is there so much crashing? Why is there so much fear? Well, it's liquidations. When you are a big financial firm, one of the ways that you make money is by popping out the little guys where they're sitting. And how they do this is through liquidation. There's certain types of financial assets that allow you to leverage or to use capital that you don't have. And what you do is you'll use, in this case, USDT as your kind of staking that you put out there. You use it as a margin, and then you can have some leverage, some extra, times to use. And what the problem is that when you leverage something, it's out there for the world to see. It's not like having a regular position where you just buy a position and then you sell it after a while. You are leveraging this, so it's sitting out there and it's ripe for the pickings. And so after the $1.4 billion Ethereum hack that happened, these institutions needed to make up money. So what did they do? They went out there and they figured out if we go out here and harvest these positions down and up, we can harvest a lot of that USDT back and we can recover those losses. And so they did. And that's what they're currently doing right now. As you can see on the screen here, this is the 30-minute chart. You can see that there have been massive bleeds out in the liquidations of the markets. I mean, just tremendous amounts. And they're going up and down. So they're taking the guys that are going the longs and they're taking out the guys that are going downs. And how they do this is they strategically start hitting the parts that they want to take out. And it's brilliant. It's really brilliant when you think about it. You can start to see here where these are visualized, where they have these positions. So it's not hard to do. If you know what you're doing, you can go in here, you can wipe out positions. In the regular financial markets, they call it spoofing, where you can kind of act like you're going to make a buy, act like you're going to make a sell, kind of get people to go whatever way you want. And this is called bombing as well, where they'll go in there and they'll sell certain ones so they can cause it to bomb down and they'll go in and make larger orders. For guys like you and I, we're not whales. We don't make those waves. Unless you got millions and billions and trillions of dollars, you're not going to be able to move this market the way these guys can. These guys are huge. And so when they come in the waves, it's time to get out of the way. My recommendation, stay out of any leveraged positions, especially in crypto. I think it's a terrible plan. I trade the futures market. It's a leveraged position. It's margin. You got to know what you're doing. Absolutely have to know what you're doing. I'm doing that on the NASDAQ. Imagine doing that on the crypto where there are sharks that really know what they're doing. This is a terrible plan. And so a lot of people are learning that lesson. You'd think they would have learned that the last couple cycles, but they haven't learned. And so people are learning those lessons and they're painful lessons. Where we're sitting right now, if you guys had listened to everybody else, it seems like it's so crazy and so scary, but this is where we're at right here. We are actually sitting in a beautiful position for this thing to rocket up finally for the bull run. We think we've seen the bull run start. We have not seen the bull run start. We've seen it clearing its throat, asking it to hold its beer, but we have not seen the crypto bull run happen. When we start getting into this orange area, we start getting into the red. Absolutely, that's some serious time to start consider selling. You start getting in the dark red, that is maximum bubble territory. In order for you to sell a position, there has to be a buyer on the other side of this. This is not, some abstract concept. This is a market. Someone has to be willing to buy what you're selling. So if you're not selling on the way up, you are screwed. Do not wait for the market to start tanking down. There's going to be hardly any buyers. That's why the price drops so fast. They always say that the bulls go up the stairs and the bears go out the window. That's why we see these fast crashes down. So don't get stuck there with your pants down on all this. This is where we're at right now. Do not be afraid. I'm not trying to feed you guys hopium, but I am trying to give you guys some perspective here. Could we see this go down in the short term? Yeah, we absolutely could see it could go further down. But I am very positive that we're going to see this thing go up. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. You're a grown adult. Don't make any decisions based on what I tell you. In fact, if you have not done a lot of research in crypto, don't buy any. This is not the market for you. Especially don't go buy any leveraged equipment. But if you are going to do your research, if you are going to be wise about this, if you're going to buy at the right times and you're going to sell at the right times, this may be a good solution for you. But again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Now let's come over here as well. I really love CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko's great. There's lots of things out there for you guys to look at. This is a great place to come and look. Anything that you may need. But we're going to use this today to go through a few things. And one of the things I want to focus on is the offshore versus onshore cryptocurrency usage. So the white line you see right here, that's the Bitcoin price. The blue you see right here is the offshore crypto trading, and the yellow is the US crypto trading. So when the US shows up and starts playing, we see a lot of growth. And this was back here in 2021, we barely showed up. Showed up pretty good in 2017 until we got really scared with all the SEC and all the lawsuits and all the things that could potentially happen to you. So we saw a lot of US interest pullback. We have the most crypto-centric president we've ever had. President Donald Trump has really laid out what he wants to happen. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute, about how he's kind of pushing it as well. But we haven't seen that interest yet. We haven't seen the US fully jump into this based on the charts that we're looking at. And so let's talk about what President Trump is doing currently at this moment that's going to help push the market forward. He has created WLFI. If you watch Fox News, you will have seen this on there. He had what they were expecting to do was about 30 billion of these tokens when you read the gold paper, which I printed it off. If you want something to help you sleep at night, it's a great thing. You can go in there and you can actually see where they talk specifically about doing approximately 30 billion tokens for the pre-sale. Actually 35 billion, as it says 35% token sales. I think you guys can see it right there. Yeah, 35%. And they decided to take it down to just 25 billion of the 100 billion that's available. And we're getting really, really close. We're at 38 million tokens left to be sold at 5 cents. That is not a lot. I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars, just a few more millions of dollars, and this thing is done and it's going to go live. I've bought a bunch. I really believe in this, and I'll tell you why. If you go here onto Parkham and you actually search it, where did they put all this money? Currently, right now, there's $77 million sitting in the books that you can see, and we'll talk about some of these positions here in a second. But Coinbase, I think a lot of people don't realize how important Coinbase is to the future of crypto, how important it is specifically to the US dollar remaining strong, and how it's a US-based company and the options that are available to the US government to make this efficient. So Coinbase Prime, we can see they have 335 million sitting there. There's a lot more money than they're talking about. We come over here and we look at all the counterparties. Well, what do we have here? $779 million sitting on Cal Protocol. They took that and put it on Cal. Cal Protocol is very important because it is a DEX bundler, basically. It allows them to take these decentralized exchanges and get better prices for everybody. And one of the things I wanted to point out here real quick before I close the video is they have a holding in white. So if you haven't heard of White Rock, here it is right here. Symbol is WHITE. It's number 213 by Market Capital. Go look at these because I think this is where the future is going. It's been a short video. I hope you guys got something out of this. This is our first video. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next, and we'll go in more in depth and teach you guys other things. Take care. Bye-bye.